Hey there. So in this video, then I wanted to offer a analogy for life on Earth and navigating the spiritual path. So the analogy is that life on Earth is like a school, and I realize that is not a particularly original concept, but I want to take that sort of a step further. So what's the best way to get good grades and ultimately graduate from school? Is it to remove yourself from it and pretend like you're above it and it doesn't matter? Or is it to immerse yourself completely and totally into it in order to learn as much as you possibly can and get the best grades you possibly can, and take with you beyond that as much knowledge and information and learning as you possibly can? Well, it is to immerse yourself, and I think that is a good analogy to keep in mind when it comes to life on Earth, as you're waking up to the reality that there isn't just this life on Earth. There's something beyond it. There's something after this this human life. But there is such a tendency when people sort of begin the waking up process and embarking on the spiritual path, to make this separation between the third dimensional realm and this human experience and the spiritual realm, and coming to that awareness that there is something beyond this world that we see, then concluding that that world is the real world and this is the unreal world, and so forsake this realm. And that is kind of where people go wrong. Wrong isn't the right word, but can come to a misunderstanding, in my view, is in deeming the physical realm as being a place of illusion and separation, and not being fully divine, as opposed to the upper realms that we envision of spirit and God and the heavens and the angels and all of this. But we're here for a reason, and this world is very much a school of learning, a tremendous school of learning, of lessons that can be learned unlike anywhere else, in the universe, in the multiple, perhaps infinite planes of existence. There's really nowhere like Earth. And so the way to ultimately transcend the human experience, if that is the ultimate goal, and I feel for myself anyways that it is, that I've actually had a distinct memory of having come from another dimension, and I do look beyond this world, the long view of where do I go from here, and I am here in part to learn my lessons and to then move on to another realm. But I am here to fully learn my lessons, not to mope around and be sloppy and get C minuses and sort of stumble my way out of here. It's up to every individual how they want to deal with it, but I'm here to really learn my lessons as much as I possibly can, get the most out of this life, this school, as I possibly can, and move on from here with tremendous knowledge and experience that can be utilized in other realms. So I'd like to make a distinction here between detachment and non-attachment. And I think that is a very important understanding to come to, because very often on the spiritual path, then there is a focus on detachment, of removing oneself from the human experience, from the third dimensional realm, from the body, saying it's all an illusion. I am not my body, I am not my thoughts, I am not my emotions, I am something beyond this. And taking a spiritual perspective of seeking to basically withdraw from the third dimensional realm. So that is a perspective of detachment. Non-attachment is really the opposite in a way, which is to be fully involved, to fully be engaged with the world and embracing this experience, yet you push through it to the extent that you are not attached to outcomes. And that is a state of being that I can only kind of imagine and don't consider myself to be anywhere near. But that is quite a different achievement from being detached. It's easy enough to not be affected by things when you're detached from them. If you're in a relationship with someone and you're detached in the relationship, you're not emotionally involved, then it's easy to, be in a place of, what you might call peace, but you aren't really fully engaged. You aren't actually really, here now in the present moment with what's really happening. You're not getting caught up in things, but you're also not really in the experience. You're detached. You're removed from it. Non-attachment, on the other hand, would be where you go so deep into the experience with the awareness that there is another realm, that there is another world, beyond this third dimension. But you go so deep into it that you actually go through it and come out the other side, having fully lived the experience, which is quite different from remaining detached from that experience. And so that's kind of what I'm getting to in this school of life analogy, is that we can take this human experience and view it as, this is temporary, it's transitory, it's all an illusion, therefore, don't be involved, don't get caught up in it. Or you can take the view of, I'm going to, be a human to its fullest extent. I'm going to feel my emotions to their fullest extent. I'm going to explore this world, as much as I can, and go all in my relationships, and see what they bring up in me. And it's through that, allowing your relationships and life in the world to stir up your stuff, that you actually resolve your stuff. And that's really the important lesson to be learned, is that if you're in a state of detachment, then you're not going deeper within yourself either. And you're removed from yourself, and therefore you're not allowing your stuff, your shadow side, your shit, to be affected, to be brought up. If you're fully enlightened and perfect and in absolute alignment, and just in that state of pure blissful peaceful beingness already, well, then you wouldn't be here on earth. Plain and simple. We're all here in this dense experience because we have issues to be resolved, and stuff that we need to face and deal with. And a approach of detachment is not the way to really resolve that stuff, because there is, you know, a lot of tough, challenging, difficult shadow stuff within all of us that we need to confront and need to allow to be brought forth. And the way to do that is to live life to the fullest, to immerse yourself fully in this world, you know, be fully human, and you know, with all of its challenges and imperfections and you know, mistakes and all the pain and everything that comes along with it, fully enter that experience with the awakening, you know, awareness of another, you know, realm of being, of a spiritual realm. And so that's kind of the balancing point, is coming to that greater awareness of worlds beyond this one, dimensions beyond this one, you know, other states of being, other you know, beings in other galaxies and dimensions and universes, which, as I understand it, we are participating in simultaneously as we're here on Earth. Balancing that awakening spiritual awareness with going fully into the third dimensional realm, this school of life on Earth, and you know, immersing oneself fully into it in order to learn everything that can be learned. So that is just one perspective on the school of life and how to graduate.